What's going on, YouTube? It's Dustin coming at you here on a Tuesday night. Long time no see. I have not made a video since January, so that's pretty crazy. I'm finally going to show off some of the stuff I've gotten over the last 6 months since the last time I made a video. That includes card shop trips, both in Fargo and here, or both in Fargo and in Arizona. Stuff I got from a silent auction back in April, and a mail day, well, not too long ago, and then actually some cards I got right here at the apartment building I live in. So, all right. Well, the first thing I'm going to show off here though is this. If you guys watch Tony Psyched on Baseball Cards here on YouTube, he's a big A's collector, at least up until they officially moved to Vegas. But he does videos showing off his collection and some of the players that he's got from the A's and not too long ago he did a video where he was showing off Bergkamp and Neris cards, and I mentioned in the comments that hey, back in 2020 went to spring training for the first time and he was there signing autographs, and that I'd gotten a picture with him and I got an autograph, and he hadn't seen that, so I'm going to put this on this video. I don't remember if I actually showed it off at the time either. Maybe I did. But anyway, so yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to show off here. 2020, just a couple weeks maybe, I think, before everything got shut down. Was in Arizona, went to the A's spring training, and he was there signing autographs, and my mom and dad and I got a picture with him, which is on my phone, so I can't show that because my phone is my video camera. But then I also picked up this 8x10 that he had there signed. You'll see the name about his knee down there, and then it says all 9 positions, September 8th, 1965, KC. And so yeah, that was he was that day he pitched, played all 9 positions, obviously, like it says on that, and the 9-inning game. And it was kind of cool, a little fun one to have of him pitching, since he was normally an infielder. So that's pretty cool. Next, back in April, had our annual charity Hoops for Hope basketball tournament over in a town about 30 miles from here. And they had a silent auction going on. I won a few things in that. One of the things I won was a package of Cool Twin stuff, mostly some cards that I had most of anyway. And then the main reason I got it was they had a 1987 World Series program in there, and that is currently stashed away somewhere. But yeah, the other stuff I won, first I'll show this off, was this Anthony Edwards Prince Knight bobblehead. They had I got that actually for a pretty cheap price. And then other 2 items, a little bigger. I don't know how well they're going to fit on camera. Got 2 game used jerseys. Well, not game used, but 2 autographed jerseys. I got Luke Keeschel down there signed on the top of the 15, on the top of the 5 with the sticker there. And then the front of the jersey. And then the other one I got was kind of cool. Only one drawback to this one. This would be the Twins' last Rookie of the Year winner, Marty Cordova, and that was just a coaster falling on the floor. And he signed it there on the 4 with the inscription 95A Elroy. And the only downside of this jersey is that it's a Cleveland jersey from when he played for them after he left the Twins. So yeah, but that was pretty cool to pick up. They're hanging up there. Back behind me there, you can see the Duran jersey that I got at the same silent auction the year before. Can't really see it. I had hoped on to kind of snazz things up. My parents brought me over a couple of their bookcases, since they are trying to downsize currently. and I was going to decorate it so that I'm going to have some more stuff in my videos, but can't really see it behind me. There is the one thing there that you can kind of see in front there is the Diamondback Stadium, and it's in a sand globe. Instead of the snow globes you can get, it's a sand globe since it's out of Arizona. So yeah, next thing, I got this from my buddy Dustin. Got it in the mail. He had accidentally picked up a card he had already had, and out of the goodness of his heart, sent me the double. Dustin, Kirby Puckett Place, I believe is his current YouTube username, formerly Dustin Blake. Yeah, this is a cool card. It's from 2004 Fleer Inscribed. The names of the game inserts are Killabrew with his nickname Killer on the side, and that is numbered 121 out of 299, so that was pretty cool to get. Thank you again, Dustin. I'll leave his link down in the description. The next thing, I was back at my local card shop in Fargo for the first time, I think, since I moved back up here to Thief River Falls. The day after Mother's Day, my brother had flown home from New Hampshire to spend some time with family, being it was Mother's Day weekend, and day after Mother's Day he went back to Fargo where he was flying out of, and I rode down there with him, and my mom and dad went down there to have lunch with him, and my mom had a doctor's appointment that morning anyway in Fargo, and then I rode back with them. But in between, went to the card shop, picked a few cards out of a few dollar boxes out of the hour or so I had to look, and then behind the counter, they got all their boxes and stuff, and they had a box of the new Frasier card product, and I loved that show. I loved Cheers, so I got a few packs, and I actually got an autograph out of one of them. Nobody huge, it wasn't one of the main cast or anybody, but this guy was a guest star on an episode. His name is Marcelo Tubert, I believe that's how you say it, and he played Jose, and I don't believe he actually had any lines in the episode he's in. It took me a couple minutes. I didn't even have to Google it. I think I figured it out basically, looking at the card close enough. As you can see, he's got a soccer ball in his arms, and that's Frasier's radio booth in the background there. So I think this is the episode where the new station owner changes the station from a talk radio station to all Latino music, and he was one of the DJs. So there's that. Next thing I've got here, a couple months ago, I finally got through the 6 or 7 boxes I randomly have full of different card supplies, and I condensed it all down. I actually got a new drawer piece here in my living room that I've got it all more separated into. But anyway, I have like 600 or 700 used top loaders, and I knew that one of my neighbors actually sells on eBay, and I asked him, "Hey, you want these?" He said, "Sure." And I had told him, that I collected Matt Strom and the Twins and all that, and he goes, "Well, I've been in a few group breaks where I've had, the Royals and the Phillies over the years, and he has some stuff, and we just did a trade, all those top loaders for these few cards, and they actually, I actually didn't have a couple of these. The first one is 2016 Panini Elite Extra Edition Prospect Autograph of Matt. That's not numbered. 2025, I believe this was from, 2025 Topps Chrome. This is 41 out of 99 green refractor. And then I had these. Those first two I didn't have. Two more to the collection of his base 2017 Stadium Club Chrome or Stadium Club base rookie autographs. So next thing I'm going to show off, not going to show off the cards, show first here. I'm going to show off, there's a card shop that I started checking out. One day we were bored while I was down there last Christmas, and my dad and I went into a shop called Valley Wide Sports Cards in Scottsdale, Arizona, and as you know, I had some time digging through their cheap boxes and value boxes, and you know, came out with some nice stuff then. And then we went back in in March, and about a little more. And actually, when we went down there in January, it was the store was in this strip mall, and when we went back, the address was the same, so I didn't think anything of it, but it wasn't in that same location. It was a few stores down, and the place was freaking huge compared to what it had been the first time I'd been there. But anyway, spent more time digging through the value boxes. Nice guys, nice staff they got there. These were the three big cards I pulled out of them. 2024 Topps Chrome Sapphire Gold Turbo Larnick. And that is, there it is, it's down there. 34 out of 50. And then we got another 2025 Topps Chrome 24 Topps Chrome Sapphire. That one's 38 out of 50. Bailey Ober. And then I picked up a few autographs. I think this was one of the ones I have in the pile of the card show stuff. That's from that. This one's from 2002 Select. Rookies and Prospects. Never amounted. I don't think he ever made the team at any point. Saul Rivera autograph. But it was one I didn't have for the collection. And then from 2023 Prism, purple autograph of Taj Bradley, who we got from the Rays last season at the deadline for Griffin Jacks. And he's pitched really good this year for the Twins. That's 55 out of 99. Of course, he's Ray on this card, but put it in the Twins collection anyway. All right, so the last stuff here is from the 2025 or 2026 Spring Training Spectacular card show. Like I think I mentioned a few times before I went, that they usually had this in the downtown Phoenix Convention Center. And then this year they moved it to the Arizona Diamondbacks Stadium, Chase Field. Had a good time walking around there. I was so tired by the time we were done, but I got some good stuff. Best moment of the entire trip, though, to the show. Finally met up with Ryan Curtis from YouTube. Long time YouTubers probably know him maybe as Indie Noodle, Dominus Infinitus. His current name is Sasquatch. Met up with him. He was selling at the show, and he was at the first booth when we walked in, so it was really easy to find him. And I got a picture with him. It was pretty cool. Talked for a little bit. Didn't have anything PC that I could afford anyway, so other than that, it was great to finally meet him. Here's the stuff I did get from the show. Mostly did, my usual value box shopping. First off, I found this card from 2025 Topps, the Diamante Orange Parallel Matt Strom. Found a few mats there that I picked up. Nothing else was major though. It's 22 out of 25, which is almost his 25 jersey number. It is numbered out of his jersey though, but all oranges are. Oh, that's another thing that's happened since last time I made a video. I went to Kansas City Royals Twins game back in June. I got pretty sunburnt there. We were sitting down low in the left field section, down the left field line there. If you guys ever watched, see a Twins game on TV, we were in the section right up against that sidewall that's got the retired numbers hanging from it. Didn't get a chance to meet Matt as I had been hoping. By the time I got down to my seats, which was only maybe 15 minutes after the gates opened, he was already down by the dugout signing like a Royals fan that was sitting down by where we were. Told me had a stack of his Royals rookie cards to give him because he's told stories in interviews that if kids come up to him while he's in the bullpen and ask him for a baseball, he makes packs of cards in team bags to give them. And I was going to give him those rookie cards to help out with those packs. I gave one to the guy who told me that he was already down by the dugout. He had a kid there, so I gave one to him. I did that again in March as well. The spring training game we went to was A's versus Royals. Had that bag of stuff, the bag of cards for there as well. He didn't make the trip with the team for that day, so I ended up giving a few away to kids that were sitting by where we were sitting. So yeah, that was it. At this game, at the Twins game, did get to see him pitch fourth time, trying to see him pitch, and actually got to. He came in the 8th inning, pitched the inning. Gave up a go-ahead home run to Orlando Arcia, who's no longer a Twin. They DFA'd him a while back, but anyway, he gave up the go-ahead home run to him, and the Royals came back in the ninth to take the lead, ended up winning the game, so he did get the win in the game. So kind of bittersweet being a Twins fan, but also being a Matt Strahm fan. And I did not see 80 members of his family this time either, like I did at the Phillies game against the Twins that I went to a few years ago. Continuing on, I picked this up. I've got one already, and this one's pretty beat up, but it was out of a 50% off box. And for $1 any day, I will take an 85 Puckett rookie card. Next one, I talked enough about Matt Strahm, but some may not know or may not remember since his time was so short. Matt's not the only major leaguer recently from West Fargo. And I've got a few cards in my collection of him. Picked up Andy Young, who was an infielder for the Diamondbacks and the Nationals. His rookie year was with the Diamondbacks, so found a couple autographs of his for cheap. Then I ended up getting Topps Finest from 2021, blue, 39 out of 150. And in 2021, Donruss Optic, red, prism, and I'm not sure. It's a red anyway. Not sure on the specifics of what kind it is. It was 97 out of 99. And the rest of these are Twins cards out of value boxes. One bigger pickup at the end from it. 2024 Bowman Sterling prospect autograph of Brandon Winokur. He's an outfielder and he's in the system still. 2019 Topps Tier 1. Remember, he had some decent time with the Twins, but visa issues ended up into his time with the Twins. 164 out of 250. Breakout autograph of Fernando Romero. 1998, 99 maybe. SP Authentic Chirography autograph of Todd Walker. (2021) what could have been, I guess, autograph. Bowman's Best Rookie autograph, blue refractor, Alex Kirilloff. That is 139 out of 150. Second to last one here, 2000, early 2000s. I'm not sure on the year though. Upper Deck Gold Glove winner jersey piece of recent Hall of Famer Jim Cott. And the last one here was my big pickup, I suppose. It's numbered 150 out of 199. It's a silver parallel from 2022 Topps. The 87 card design. Back card of good old Kirby Puckett. So yeah, that's it, guys. Not much for this 6 months that I've been gone to show off there. But that's everything, and I don't know when I'll have more to show off. I'm already planning my trip back to Arizona for December, so who knows, there might be a card show while I'm there. Check out the card shop. The reason why we ended up at the Scottsdale shot back in March was because they had closed the store in Mesa that I normally went to. They were doing a remodeling. They had mentioned it while I was in there at Christmas time. And they told one of the other customers that was there, they said, yeah, you're going to have to wait a couple weeks to go through the value boxes again. And I said, well, I'll be back in March. He goes, oh yeah, we'll be open again by then. They weren't. They were still working on it. They were set up at the card show and at the stadium, and they told somebody else they still had a couple more weeks left. I believe they are open now, so they should be open when I go back again. I haven't. They're in a strip mall, and they bought the store or the space next to them, and they took down the wall to expand their store. And that store was really tiny, so it's going to be nice to see how big they made it with that other extra space. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will make another video when I got anything to show off. All right, we'll talk to you later. Later.